not be lean. What we need to do is figure out what in our BIM management is wasteful and begin to stop doing that and start doing more valuable things.
So we've talked about lean in principle and the different terms used. Let's combine the two and start talking about what it is that we're attacking in the BIM workflow. So we've got 6 BIM wastes that we'd love to introduce. The first one is poor scoping. So really, how do you run a workflow that you have contracted for maybe an incorrect, overly detailed, overly generalized scope? It can be completely disastrous. Really difficult to understand what the customer wants if you're not able to clearly define it. So that's number one. Number two is the over and under production, as you mentioned there. So yes. Too much modeling at the wrong time can be really painful because that creates then wasteful rework. Yeah. And then what happens if the customer doesn't get looks for? They can't do their work. If it's a quantity takeoff and there's not enough BIM, then the quantities will be incorrect. And that workflow using a design model is really, really important. Another one here, Dan, which I really love. We've got one example on the left, which is costing us more money. They're both okay, are they not? They both solve the problem.
It requires good planning of the plan.
Right, to know what you're looking for and when. So the other one is waiting. If you've got a large model loading time on a poor hardware from a BIM perspective, that's waste. Yeah, you're waiting for something and that's wasteful. The deliverables, if you're waiting for something in order to do your work, then that can be waste. Yeah. Waiting for decisions.
Clive, you and I both have experience with projects where the people who are making the decisions were not part of the planning process, so they didn't realize how much they can mess up your schedule, your design schedule, by not making a timely decision.
In order to understand what the handoff of information is, having an early plan and making sure that you communicate between the teams is really, really important, yes. And then the perfect example for our industry with BIM is the clash detection, the coordination. If you build it once and it's trying to occupy the same space, you have to move something. And then this one here, administration waste. The problem here is that we really want to get on with what's important rather than spending time working on the administration burden. And so this guy is dealing with some administration burden that maybe he's not too pleased with. Maybe it's taking more time than he wanted.
His frustration is starting to show. Anybody ever do that? Anybody ever want to do that?
I have wanted to. I have wanted to many times.
I've never actually done it. Yeah. So there are companies out there who are doing a better job, who are improving on this.